Alright guys, so body language. Body language of leaders, powerful leaders that you can learn. So, I have to share something with you that can be more useful to you than specific techniques on body language, more useful to you in actually producing body language that's powerful as a leader. So, it's still the outcome here, but my answer is not going to be what to do with your body to have powerful body language. But let me give you some cred on why I have something to say about this that's a different take. So 10 years ago, somewhere around 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I received an email from some researchers at Cambridge University saying, hey, we've seen your videos online and we'd like you to participate, if you're willing, in a research study that we're doing around what we call charismatic leadership. They were essentially studying the impact that charismatic leadership can have on people's minds. And it was a joint study between the business department and the psychology department at Cambridge University. So basically they wanted me to present as my natural self, being what they would call charismatic leadership, to a group of students in the business department, a certain piece of content that was my own, and then to present again that same piece of content but without the charismatic leadership, without the body language of a leader that created this sense of charisma and influence and motivation and impact. And so I was like, anything for science, I'm in, let's do it. And so I went and met them, lovely people, really interesting study, what they were trying to figure out, how the influence impacted the students. It was kind of a covert study too, by the way, which was kind of cool. Like I knew and the researchers knew, but the students that I was speaking to had no idea that we were researching the impact of charisma on them. And so results of the study is a different story. What I'm interested in sharing right now is the moment where they were trying to coach me on how to not use the body language of a charismatic leader. So first thing, just do it. Do yourself. Be your natural self. So I did my thing, and the natural leadership body language of charisma came through me just because that's how I operate, right? And so, but then the second talk where they were like trying to tell me how to turn off the charisma, don't do this, don't move your hands this way, don't stand like this, don't do this, don't like this long list of mechanistic, itemized, almost like I could turn off these switches, and if I turn these switches off, then the charisma would turn off, and then the people wouldn't experience that type of leadership anymore. And I'm like, I'm looking at the list and I'm like, yeah, I know what you don't want me to do, and I get it, intellectually, mechanistically, I get it, and don't worry, I got this. Don't worry. I don't have to remember all these things. It's a lot to try to track to not do, right? So I got this. And I did the only thing I know I need to do on the inside to switch all of that body language off. Switch all of it off. And I'm going to share that with you right now. And by the way, while you're waiting, while the hook is in place, right? And you're like, that's what I want to know. If you are enjoying my emails, click the link and subscribe because I summarize these long videos. Sorry, if you're enjoying these videos, click the link and subscribe to my emails because I summarize these long videos, 5-10 minute videos, into short emails, and those go out a couple times a week. Really quick and easy to consume. They're called Creating Insights. Grab that at my website. Back to your scheduled programming. The thing I want to share with you is the thing that I did to turn off the charismatic leadership is the same thing that you can do to turn on your charismatic leadership. So what did I do? All that I did is I said, instead of being here to share my ideas with these people, I am going to put my attention and my intention on getting them to think I'm cool, getting them to like me, getting them to approve of me. I started to put my attention on concerning myself, what if they think I suck? And I didn't try to fake it. I actually utilized the actual real context as a way in. Well, what if they figure out that I'm doing this thing that's covert? What if somebody figures it out and they're upset with me? So I tried to find as many genuine places that I could to become self-interested, to actually be concerned about me and what might happen to me in this setting. And as soon as I did that, what happened is the charisma went turned off. As I became self-interested in this context of public speaking, I lost my capacity to be powerful, to be influential, and all of my body language dampened. I actually got sweaty palms. I got nervous. I got pit in my stomach. And as I did that, my shoulders collapsed, right? There's the inverse of charismatic, powerful leadership body languages. My chest sunk. my head went down, my chin pulled in. I started to protect my vital organs. So you might be hearing this and be like, oh, if I want to have powerful body language, then I need to bring my shoulders back, right? Like power stance. You might have seen that TEDx video. Yeah, it's true. But if you try to think about being a powerful leader by intentionally augmenting your body language, then you're actually concerning yourself with yourself and how you come across as a powerful leader. And that intention, that attention, will actually undermine any body language. Your mind is so much more powerful than what you fucking, if I stand like this, now I'm powerful. If I wave my hands, it's like, doesn't fucking work that way. You gotta come from the inside out. And so how do you actually have powerful body language if you're not trying to put this over here, then I'm powerful? And that's, how do you have it if you can't do that? If you can't get a list of things to do and do it, then how do you do it? You actually shift your mind in the opposite direction that I did to turn it off, which is to say, you know what if for this moment of this presentation I have to give, or for this public talk that I'm giving, or for this Zoom meeting, now that's the thing, right, that I'm giving, if I'm just presenting to people, what if at least for this 10 minutes, this half hour, this hour, this one presentation, what if I was willing to be here only in service of those people and it didn't fucking matter what they thought of me? What if I was willing, am I willing, at least for this moment, to be here only for them? And if you can actually get yourself out of the way and you can actually care more about what they get from this than what they even think of you, no matter, forget about what you get in the future, whether or not they like me, I don't care. All I care about is that I serve them, that I help them, is that they understand this one thing, that I get this point across, that I help the company or the team. That's all I care about. I don't care if they fucking hate me, they think I'm an idiot. If you can get to that point, what you've just done is you've moved your attention from the inside to the outside. You've moved from self to service of other. And you've actually tricked your mind into not being in fear at all. You can be completely fearless. You can't experience fear when you're other focused. You just can't. It's impossible. And so when you're absolutely fearless, what happens? Now you're thinking, yeah, but what if even when I'm fearless, I don't have powerful body language? Inside your mind, living in a world where that language shows up and that the map is there. The operating system has the software, and I promise you, when you are absolutely fearless, boom, it will switch on. It's like an app that's sitting in a subfolder in the back of your iPhone. It's still there, just gotta click on that shit, and it will activate, and it will be there, and it will be alive. All of the program you need is there. If you can spot it in the world, if you can see it out there, then your body knows it, and it's just a program waiting to run. And so when you're absolutely fearless, what comes when you're completely in service and other focused, it spontaneously arises and your body language will snap into a powerful, charismatic body language. Case in point, has there ever been a time anywhere in your life where you've been in a conversation with anybody and felt charismatic? It may be a private conversation with somebody really close to you where you're feeling so safe that you're willing to get out of your own way and you find yourself in flow and talking in a way that's very influential and powerful. Has that ever happened to you? Ever? With your mom, maybe? If it has, then guess what? It's in you. That's an app. All we want to do is to get you access to it, and that will happen by getting you out of the way. I hope you can see the power in this. And I'm not saying don't go learn about body language. It can be fun. It can be interesting. It can tickle the testicles of your left brain. Fun. Great. But if you really want to switch it on, then you got to go deeper. And you got to get out of your own way and allow that program to boot itself. Because your charismatic body language, your powerful leadership and body language is going to be different and unique to everybody else's anyway. So you try to do that, you're going to create some incoherence inside. It's not going to be as powerful as it would be if it came from you. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you're here on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button, the heart, the haha, the angry, the sad, whatever you want. Most of all, I'm so glad you're here. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.